Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. American Psycho the Musical, which is based on the best-selling novel and hit film, has come to Broadway. And I'm here on opening night to celebrate with the company led by Benjamin Walker.
This is what being Patrick Bateman means to me.
What is it like living in the world of American Psycho? I love this. I love everything about it. The lights, the sound, the look, everything.
It's incredibly immersive, living in the world of American Psycho, due to this very effective score, a lighting that has been such a massive part of this storytelling, costume, just a general vibe that is very all-encompassing, that really brings you in and eats you up. So being a part of it has been incredible in that way.
And the clothes.
Yeah, so I'm wearing like a Chanel gown from 1989. I wear Bill Blass. I wear a Valentino bathing suit from the 80s that was shipped from Italy. That's been an amazing thing, an incredible throwback. And you sort of think, like, why don't we still dress like this? Yes.
Playing this role, how cool is she to play?
She's so fun to play because I think that there was so much opportunity for comedy that I found that was sort of hidden gems that I got to play with. And Rupert was incredible. Rupert and Roberto, our book writer Roberto, and Rupert, our director, in giving me so much freedom to play. And they just really let me go with it, which was an incredible gift. And so I'm so proud of it. And
just being a part of a brand new musical, what that means.
I just think that being a part of something new, something that is new in the way that this is new, in a way that people haven't seen anything like this before or haven't experienced things like this before. People coming back after this, having seen it, have sort of varying reactions of, this affected me in this way, and it's always different. Being a part of that, and I loathe to use the word artist, but as an artist is an incredible experience to feel like, gosh, I really put forth something that was different, that made people think about things in a different way, and hopefully will pave the way for more people to do something a little bit different, a little avant-garde, and a little off-kilter.
It's opening night. How do you feel?
I feel great. I mean, the energy is amazing, and the show felt wonderful, and I feel awesome. Yeah, it was just like, it's that opening night glaze where you're just like, I feel awesome. I love it. No, but it was a great night, honestly. I couldn't have asked for a better opening night experience.
They must be surreal the whole day because you're like prepping yourself. It's like, I got to do this show, opening night. There's so many emotions that run through you, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a vulnerable day. Yeah. You go through a lot because you're happy, you're sad, you're just everything. But yeah, it was actually a pretty calm day for me. Yeah, it was actually pretty okay this time. Usually I'm a little more nervous, but I was able to relax.
I love this. I love the whole look of the show, the feel, the sound. What's it like living in this show?
I mean, it probably feels the same way as it does out there. I love the world of the show, and I love the world that my character kind of gets to live in as well, which is a little bit separate from everyone, and not too far from myself in terms of her just being grounded and real, whatever that means. But yeah, just yeah, it's a crazy but interesting and exciting world to live in.
No, I love that you said that because you seem so isolated in your world, and I love that.
Yeah, it's an interesting. In any other show, my role would probably not make as much of an impact, but here it's so necessary that we have that moment to breathe and just wrap our heads around it all. And also, I mean, it's the romantic through line, even though it's kind of, not your typical romantic through line. That's what it is, and so our hearts are attached to it, and I love being the holder of that. Yeah.
And then there's this beautiful score that Duncan has written.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. The music's the first thing that draws me to this, and he knows exactly. He just knows how to make those things that you really don't think are going to work. Like, he just has a really specific way. And he's a complete innovator for musical theater. When Spring Awakening changed the game. That's just what it did, and he's incredible.
And then there's this cast. You do most of your scenes with Benjamin Walker.
Yeah.
What's it like working on stage with him?
He's so incredible on stage. He's such a safe space. He's so, he's so great. I can't imagine a better scene partner. He's so.
Living in the world of the 80s. I mean, you weren't even born yet, were you?
I wasn't, but I really am getting into it, and I dig it. I dig this style. I mean, it's like retro now. It's kind of in now. it's a fun world to live in. There's an energy and a pulse that is a little different from today, so it's fun.
And then there's the clothes.
Yeah, the clothes are amazing. I mean, my character's like not really, but me as Jen, like love some good clothes.
Got it.
But it couldn't be more exciting to when we first put those costumes on. It was like awesome.
So when you took your bow tonight, do you remember what you were thinking?
I gotta get my hair and makeup done so I can get to that party.
You got it done. You look sensational. Have the best. It is opening night, Broadway debut. How does it feel?
So great. It's you sort of dream about this happening, and then it happens, and it's just really cool. And it's cool to dress up and just sort of be doing it.
We all fell in love with you in Georgia McBride, downtown. I mean, did this happen right after that?
This happened pretty much on the heels of Georgia. I mean, I got this job during Georgia McBride, and then I went on tour with the Bridges of Madison County. And so it's sort of been a whirlwind of sort of going thing to thing, which I'm thoroughly blessed to be doing. And ending here and jumping on this train is just exciting, and it's just so intensely satisfying to do every night.
What's it like living in the world of American Psycho?
It's loud. There's lots of strobe lights. It feels it's exhilarating. It's hard for me to go to sleep every night because I just sort of like go to I'm like part of a rock concert and sort of an EDM concert every single night, and it's just exciting, and it's fun to bring something to people theatrically that really hasn't been seen before. I say that very confidently, and I'm proud to say it because I feel like we're making something that no one has seen before and that people are going to be really excited to see.
What's it like living in the world of the 80s and American Psycho?
It's kind of my dream. Like, I grew up listening to the Smiths and New Order, and that excess is really fun to sort of slurp up and throw at the audience. It's very unapologetic, which is when you get to play an unapologetic character, it's the most fun. Yeah.
I love Duncan's music.
Ridiculous, right? Just so captures that time because it's really fun and the beats are very hard, but it's also kind of sad, which a lot of that music was at the time. It was all kind of about being lonely and angry, but you could dance to it. And that's something that I think he captured in a way that I'm just bowled over by. It's really cool.
It's your Broadway debut too, right?
It sure is. I really can't believe it. It's so surreal and amazing. I'm just trying to feel it all.
What was today like for you?
Oh, really? Today was a battle against my tears of joy. Honestly, it was just this incredible day of I'm so thankful and grateful. My whole family is here. They flew in from Hawaii, from North Carolina, from Florida. They're all here to help me celebrate this. And my teacher, who introduced me to the theater, is here tonight. And I just felt like it's all for them. I mean, I have goosebumps right now just telling you about it. But this moment has been something I've dreamed up for so long. I never thought it would happen. And here I am getting to originate a part in a new Broadway musical, which is the dream. So,
American Psycho, what a great role.
Yes, Courtney is awesome. She loves to have fun. She loves to look good, and she loves to party. And she also has a lot of darkness in her, which I think is cool. She actually has a lot of realness. And in some worlds, I think she might have had a success as an artist somewhere, but she got sucked into the wild, weird that is the 80s in New York.
Let's talk about the 80s. I love Duncan's score to all this. What's it like living in the world of American Psycho and the 80s?
Oh, it's fabulous. I feel like having been in this role, now now my clothes are becoming more 80s. Like, I'm like, oh, this doesn't have enough shoulder. Like, I need more shoulder, height. And the hair, I'm like, bigger. But it's incredible. I mean, I could listen to Duncan's music nonstop. I've been listening to him my whole life, and he is incredible, but he takes you somewhere, takes you away. And no music seems to live up to it after you've heard Duncan's stuff. I mean, it just hits you, especially that bass, like that deep, he drops a beat, and it's amazing. He's also just an incredibly compassionate, beautiful human.
Sure. Opening night tonight, how does it feel?
It feels amazing. Broadway debut, I'm on cloud nine. We had an amazing, energetic show. The audience was right there with us. Preview set us up for tonight, and I think we knocked it out of the park. I hope.
There's nothing like a Broadway debut. What was today like for you?
A little bizarre and crazy and wild, and I definitely started the show and was sort of an out-of-body experience, and then clicked in and just did the show that we and I have been training to do.
Talk about this great role you play.
Oh, well, Paul Owen, he's sort of the golden boy. He's very endearing, lovable, talented, successful, well-spoken guy. And nothing irritates or infuriates Patrick Bateman more than a person who gets accolades from everyone around them for the same job that he does. So yeah, I think a charming smile sticks the knife right in Bateman's side.
Is it great living in the world of American Psycho in the 80s?
Absolutely, the 80s were awesome. The dance moves, the short shorts, the sexy hair, the sexy suits, the big shoulder blades, the wide lapels. Everything was great. The music was awesome. I only listen to my 80s Pandora nowadays. So,
What's this whole journey been like working on American Psycho?
It's been amazing. It's been this long, just like experimenting with things. How are people going to react to things? Are people going to love it? And honestly, we all are just in it together, and it's been truly incredible. And those beats, they just live in us. So we're living on that stage. It feels amazing.
And being a part of this company, what it means to you?
God, it means everything. You guys don't realize how hard it is to get together a group of people that are truly good people. Everybody that I work with is incredible and just so giving and kind, and that's what makes the show, I think, successful on stage, is that we all love each other so much and respect each other.
And living in the world of the 80s, how cool is that?
Oh my God, I love it. I didn't really get to live through the 80s, so I'm definitely oh my God, this era, I wish I was there with the shoulder pads and all the colors. I'm loving it.
So are you dressing in the 80s now when you're home? I know some of the girls are
maybe a little side pony, maybe pushing my shoulder pad up and being I can live in the 80s.
Living in the world of the 80s at American Psycho, how cool is that?
It's great. I was 5, I was between 5 and 10 when this happened. So it's great to watch videos and live it, and then with the choreography and the dance and the music. And I think the piece really succeeds in bringing you back there. And it's been so much fun just to sing the songs and to dance. Everything's so different. Everything is just very specific to that period. And I don't think it's commenting on it. I think that the piece does a good job of really living in it.
Did you move that well, with that 80s sort of style before you got this show?
No. They had to put a lot. You see, whatever you're seeing, if whatever succeeds, is a lot of work behind the scenes from Lynn Page and crew, without a doubt. Yeah, they had their work cut out with me, without a doubt.
So when you took your bow tonight, do you remember what you were thinking?
I wonder what my parents think. That's really what I was, because I have to see them all the time. Yeah. Everyone else I might not run into again, but my parents, which they loved it, so I was very happy about that.
What is it like living in this world?
It's really fun to live in 1989. I was Patrick's age in 1989, and we did spend a lot of the time back then. We'd spend a lot of our time dancing, staying out late. Maybe it's because we were in our 20s, or maybe it's because it was in the 80s. I love it. I love the tunnel scene where we're all kind of a little over the top, but somehow it seems realistic at the same time. And I think the movement in the show is one of my favorite elements. And so we have this great dance that we do in Tunnel, and this kind of like being back in the 80s.
I love Rupert's tone to the show. I love everything about it. What was it like working with Rupert Gools?
Rupert was wonderful. He's very soft-spoken, and I mean this in a good way when I say hands off, meaning he kind of sits back and lets you come up with some things and gives you time, and that's my style for sure. Yeah, he was wonderful, and Lynn, the lady who did our choreography, and David, who taught us the score, is a true musical director, and he did a wonderful job. And yeah, I mean, everybody was really on the top of their game with this.
Great ensemble, this cast, of course, led by Benjamin Walker. What's it like working with the company and working with Benjamin?
Benjamin is he's the perfect leader for this. He's perfectly cast. He's such a good actor, and he's so much fun to be around. He's from the South, so he has that kind of self-deprecating goofiness. So you see some of that when he's as Patrick. You see some of that come through. But Benjamin is just so much fun to be around, and he makes it really easy to be around him. And so we got a lot of work done in rehearsals. We were ahead of schedule kind of early, and it's partly because of him, I think.
My final question is, when you took your bow tonight, do you remember what you were thinking?
I was thinking, wow, I'm back on Broadway and I feel like I'm back home. And I'm really grateful. I'm just, I'm indebted to the audience. No matter who it is, even if it's somebody I've never met, I just always want to thank them. So thank you. Thank you for dragging your butts in and sitting there and giving us all your wonderful attention.
You are so welcome back to Broadway. Now I can really say it. How do you feel tonight?
I'm exhausted, but in the best way. I'm really proud of our cast and the story we're trying to tell, and people seem to be responding to it in a positive way, and it's an honor to be here.
You are so wonderful at what you do. The whole cast is, but the journey you take as Patrick Bateman is mind-blowing to watch. It's really great. What's it like living in the world of American Psycho and living with this score?
Well, the score, well, that's part of, it's probably the most fun that I have, singing Duncan's music. And it is such a part of the 80s that if you can embody that music, it kind of transports you there and does most of the work for you. And, some nights I just can't believe they're paying me to do it because I have so much fun.
And just living in the world of American Psycho and working with Rupert Gould and this great design team and the cast, what that means to you.
I love it because it's ambitious. There's really nothing like it on Broadway. And that's an honor. And it's brave of them to try and do it and brave of them to let me take a crack at it.
I love that you work on new musicals like Bloody Bloody, everything you worked on.
They give me the weird stuff.
They give me the really good stuff.
Yeah, no.
I've been working with this company, what it's been like.
I have the easiest job because I show up and I'm surrounded by great people, Helena York, Jen Damiano, Alice Ripley. I really just kind of take my clothes off and let people drive me nuts.
You were so fit in the show, but this show gives you an incredible workout too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's cardio every night.
How do you stay fit for this? I mean, you're never off stage. You're on stage the whole entire show.
Well, you have to take care of yourself during the day, and I have a great trainer who keeps me in shape, and you kind of have to just take care of yourself. It's part of the job.
My final question is, when you took your bow tonight back on Broadway, do you remember what you were thinking?
What a privilege it is to be able to work as an actor and to work in this capacity and to have fans that will support it.